Hello beautiful people, I welcome you to another tutorial. My name is Partner. So it's nice to be back here again. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video you'll be notified. Today we're going to be making a slip gown. Yes, and I have this fabric here. This is a silk fabric, and I have over one and a half of this. Over one and a half. That's about a yard and 27 inch here thereabouts. So at the full length I'm working with is 56. Okay, but what I have here is about 47 inches. But it's going to be cut in form of an off shoulder. So I'm doing off shoulder of 4. That depends on you. You can do 4, 5, or 6. Okay, but I'm doing off shoulder of 4. The 4 I'm going to be taking away will end up making the full length to be about 51, which is still okay. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to flow to the floor because it's a slip gown. Okay, so I'm just going to work with the whole of this fabric, and that's fine. Then for the strip, I'll be making use of this bias tape to cut out the strip. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to take my vertical measurement to mark them all, scissors, and off shoulder like I said. So -4, I'm going to get the armhole line, I get the waistline and the hip line at 24 inches, armhole line at 9, waistline 17, hip line 24 inches. Now for the bust measurement, I will take which is 38 divided by 4, that is 9.5. I'll add ½ inch for sewing allowance, then 2 inches for ease, the shimmies. A slip gown, want it free. Then for the waist measurement, which is a waist measurement of 37 divided by 4, that's 9.25. I'll add ½ inch sewing allowance and also 2 inch of ease. Then for the hip measurement, which is at 44 divided by 4, that is 11, ½ inch for sewing allowance and 2 inch for ease. Okay, then the same thing I'm going to do to the floor. I'll also apply the hip measurement here, which is 11, ½ inch for sewing allowance, 2 inch for ease, and of course I'll just put up the remaining here. I think I have about 1.5 inch left, so let's just give it a little bit of the A-line effect, because the down part actually has to be free. If it was more, I would have even extended it more. So the next thing I will also do now is to mark my front line. On this upside, I'll work with my nipple to nipple bust pan measurement, which is 8 divided by 4, that is 4, and add ½ inch allowance here. Okay, this I'm working with. So what I'm going to do now is to connect this from this bust line. I'm just used to form my armhole to this point. That's it. But while I'm doing this, I also want to cross check, because normally the armhole should be, the armhole is 18 inches. Because of the extra allowance, I should have about maybe 19, 20. So by the time I close up both sides, I'll come back to that. So if I check my armhole measurements, what I have here is about 10.5 plus, of course, the 4 inches, which is so much. So I would like to reduce this bust pan. Remember, I added 2 inches extra allowance. I'll go in by 1 inch, because even with the 1 inch, I'm still going to have room at the bust line. Just the reason why I'm doing this, so that the armhole doesn't become too open. Okay, yes. So that's it. So the next thing I'll do is just to connect these other lines together. To the hip line, and of course I will take it all the way down to the floor line. I'm just being careful because the fabric is a bit slippery. okay, because of the texture of the fabric. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just to cut this out. You might want to hold down this with a pin. Okay, so on this part I want to create a neckline. I am doing 4" as the off shoulder I'm taking off. So I'm going to come down by, say, about 2 inches here for the front neckline. Then for the back neckline, I can come down to as much as maybe 3 inches or 2 more inches. So it's 4, it's more like 4 plus 2, 6. So the neckline is like, it's going to be 6 inches deep for the front line. Then the back line about 8 inches deep from here. I'm marking here 2, I'm marking here 4. Okay, so 8 inches deep for the back neckline. So I'll cut out for the front first. Take it out gently, then I cut out for the back. I won't go deeper more. So this is the back and this is the front. And that's it, guys. We're almost done. So the next thing left now is to start hemming the neckline. So what I'm going to be doing now is to take my bias tape. First of all, I'm going to hem the neckline for the front and do the same thing for the back. That's the first thing I will do. After that, I would join both sides. Okay, after hemming the neckline, I join both sides all the way to down. Then after joining both sides, I will hem the down parts. Okay, about 1 inch. I'll hem it half, then take it in again. Okay, then when I'm done with that, I'll be left with the armhole. Okay, the armhole measurements. Then I'll be cutting a very longer strip, which I'll be using to also hem the armhole. But I must have hemmed the neckline, join the side, hem the down part before I start working with the armhole. Okay, so I'll just quickly do that and come back to show you. So guys, I'm finished hemming the neckline, both the front and the back. As you can see, I also hemmed the side. and weaved inside for a neat finishing. Then also I hem the bottom, as you can see, and after that I gave it a good press. So the slip gown is almost ready. What is left now is the armhole. That is what is left now. So what I'm going to do for the armhole, I'll take my strip, my bias tape. Remember, it was an off shoulder of 4 we took away, which means for the handle both front and back is going to be 8 inches. So I'll just measure 8 inches here. 8 inches, but not exactly 8 inches. I'll make it 8.5 inches. Half inches I'll use it to sew it to the other side. I'll show you as I go along. So from this 8.5 inches I've taken away, take note of this point. From this point I will start hemming it here. Okay, I will demonstrate using a pin. I'm doing this from the right side. Later on I'll fold it in again inwards. Okay, so I'm just doing this, just want to show, demonstrate to you. This way you take the bias tape, all the way till you get to the end of the other part. Okay, once I'm done here, I can cut off the excesses, and of course after that I can now hem it inwards for a neater finishing. Then when I'm done with that, this 8 inches we have measured out, I will just take it this way, take the half inches extra we added and hold it down here, as you can see. So this automatically forms the handle. I hope you understand that. Take away 8.5 inches, sew to the end, then that 8.5 inches you took away, join it to the end part, and you form the handle. It's as simple as that. So I'll just go to the sewing machine, finish it up and show you the finished look. Guys, the slip gown is ready. This is beautiful. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe to my channel. Till I see you in another video. Bye.